We join you this morning from London, where a nation in mourning has welcomed a new king while preparing to say goodbye to its longest reigning monarch. There's the coffin bearing Queen Elizabeth II, the procession departing for Edinburgh a short time ago from Balmoral Castle in Scotland, where she died Thursday. Buckingham Palace has announced 10 days of commemorations for the Queen, culminating in a state funeral to be held at Westminster Abbey next Monday. President Biden has confirmed he will be attending. Yesterday, the Queen's son, King Charles III, was officially proclaimed Britain's new sovereign in an historic ceremony that was televised for the first time. He paid tribute to his mother's 7-decade reign and earlier pledged lifelong service to Britain in his first address as monarch. Members of Parliament also took their oath of allegiance to the new king yesterday, who now faces the difficult task of balancing tradition with progress, his own ideas of the monarchy, and steadying a family rocked by recent upheavals. His sons William and Harry and their wives coming together for the first time since June.
You've got opinion.
This morning, we'll reflect on the Queen's remarkable life, her unparalleled legacy, and the challenges ahead for the new king as the end of the Second Elizabethan era further deepens a period of uncertainty and anxiety for the kingdom Charles now leads. Our coverage begins with Amy Robach in Edinburgh, Maggie Rulli at Balmoral Castle. We'll start with Maggie. Good morning, Maggie.
Hi, good morning, Martha. Yeah, we were standing right here watching as the Queen's coffin made its way down this road, leaving Balmoral Castle for the final time. And just knowing that she'll never be back here in this place that she so loved, often called her favorite, it was emotional. And we saw through the car windows Princess Anne, and the look of pure grief and heartache on her face was a reminder that this moment isn't just about a nation grieving for their queen, but also about a family grieving for their mother, their grandmother, their great-grandmother. Now, as her coffin right now is making its way to Scotland through those backcountry roads, more than 100 miles, stopping in small Scottish towns, we're seeing such an outpouring of love, thousands and thousands of people coming out to line the streets. And Martha, what's been so striking being up here in Balmoral for the last few days is witnessing this special relationship that the royal family has with the community here. And we've spoken with so many that call them their neighbors, say things like, the then Prince Charles walked into the local bakery to buy a loaf of bread, or they would see the Queen driving herself around town, giving the locals a wave. As one woman put it, she said, right now we're not just grieving the death of a queen, we're grieving the death of a neighbor. And I think, Martha, that as we see this outpouring of grief and love today in Scotland, it's really just a glimpse of the outpouring of grief and love we're going to see throughout the entire week to come.
That's true. We will. Thanks, Maggie Rulli. Let's bring in Amy Robach, who's in Edinburgh. And Amy, the Queen's arrival there sets in motion nearly 10 days of public tributes, leading to her state funeral next Monday.
That's right, Martha. And Buckingham Palace has announced that the Queen her funeral will again take place next Monday, September 19th. And ahead of that, there is a significant amount on the schedule for the royal family. We know that the Queen's coffin is on the way. We've just been showing you to Holyrood House. That's right here in Edinburgh, just a short distance from where I'm standing right now. That is the official residence of the monarchs when they're in Scotland. And it will remain there until tomorrow afternoon. And I can tell you firsthand, we have seen barricades. We have seen those gates up along the street, an increased police presence as well in anticipation of the crowds that are expected to be here. Now, tomorrow there will be a procession along what's called the Royal Mile. That is headed to St. Giles Cathedral, which is a short distance down here. Members of the royal family are expected to be there, including the king, to receive the coffin and to allow people to pay their respects. She will lie and rest here in Scotland for that period of time. And again, the people who have come here, who live here, will be able to pay homage to the Queen. Now, on Tuesday, the Royal Air Force is going to fly her coffin to Buckingham Palace, accompanied by Princess Anne. She will then lie in state at Westminster Hall for 4 days. This will be open to the public, so people there in London will also be able to pay their respects. And the crowds are expected to stretch for miles and miles, as you might imagine, people coming to London to see the Queen finally. And then once again, that official state funeral will take place a week from Monday and the mourning period, of course, will continue until then. Martha.
And Amy, I really am thinking of King Charles. The new king really is balancing the mourning of his mother with his new official responsibilities this week.
And he has a significant amount of responsibilities. He is very, very busy. He will be at Buckingham Palace today. He's going to be addressing Parliament at Westminster Hall tomorrow, of course, taking on those kingly duties. Then he will make his way right here to Edinburgh, as I mentioned. A lot of people anticipating that, having the king come to this city. And he will, again, be leading that prayer service at St. Giles Cathedral, Martha.
Thanks very much to you, Amy, and to Maggie. Thanks to both of you this morning.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.